When your own family members seal your demise in ink, loyalty is no longer an issue in this game. Yes, Stevie J, the man at the center of the storm, has exposed Lil Scrappy's whole genealogy in a sealed trial document that went viral. And boy, what's in this file is more lethal than any diss track ever penned. A member of Scrappy's own family allegedly attempted to undermine his legal case from behind the scenes. According to the leak, it isn't reality TV. It includes betrayals, covert texts, battlefield audio recordings, and more. Why now? Why Stevie? And who was he protecting are the questions. Here's destruction. Forget drama. You'll be doubting everything you believe to be true about Scrappy. Bambi and the chaotic empire they attempted to conceal at the end of this film. We've just pressed play on the year's most deadly expos, so grab some popcorn. Like yesterday's controversy, it was meant to stay sealed and be forgotten as just another private court record. Stevie J's courtroom disclosure, which devastated sources are calling the final nail, completely destroyed the idea that Lil Scrappy's family had always walked a narrow line between disorder and complete disaster. Let's be clear, this is about federal-level dirt, seal affidavits, hidden recordings, and a betrayal so cold it could make mama cry. It has nothing to do with ancient feuds or backstabbing on Instagram. Particularly when Stevie J's involved, nothing is ever truly forgotten. Court insiders claim that Dee became silent for the first time in her life. During an ongoing civil trial, Stevie J submitted an emergency motion. But instead of focusing on the lawsuit, he made a mistake in what is being described as an intentional expose. He turned up a flash drive and sworn affidavit detailing years of claimed manipulation, emotional abuse, and financial fraud by Lil Scrappy's own blood. Oh, it's Dysfunction Mother D's family reunion. Bambi and at least 2 unidentified family members are accused of operating a game on Scrappy for years in secret. Stevie claims to have the audio files, phone messages, receipts, and even security footage that show how Scrappy was exploited as a pawn in life while he was out pursuing his music bag, grinding and performing at clubs. Allegedly, they were exploiting his name to establish their own dubious empire, operating side businesses and embezzling money. The flash drive apparently has footage from a family dinner in the past. And to make matters worse, Stevie says he warned Scrappy years ago, saying in a leaked phone conversation, "I told him to watch his back, but he thought I was just being messy. Don't worry, he never checks the accounts." Bambi is heard saying in Atlanta. Another video, allegedly captured by a security camera outside Mad's home, shows 2 people dropping what look to be bundles of cash inside a duffel bag. Stevie J provides them with their complete government names in the court transcript, no aliases. No mercy. According to a person close to the court, Stevie's actions were more than just exposing the family. They were almost like he declared war and showed up with ammo. We can presume that Stevie harbors resentment. A few years ago, Stevie J went above and beyond to assist Scrappy in concealing a scandal regarding a botched business endeavor linked to a wellness brand that never materialized. He put his own name on the paperwork, according to court filings, to shield Scrappy from legal pressure, but guess who left him when that drama reappeared? Indeed, Scrappy and his whole group feel duped, and this leak is retaliation rather than justice. This is where it becomes twisted, though. Stevie claims that the whole season in which Scrappy and Bambi were undergoing couples therapy was a ruse to hide the reality that the real conflict was not one of love, but rather betrayal and money laundering. According to Stevie, Scrappy fled the set after discovering that Mama D had taken out a loan in his name and defaulted on it, according to one scenario that was never shown. He asserts that, despite producers' entreaties and even an offer of a bonus check to be silent, he refused. He is now disclosing everything you could possibly anticipate. The real heat began late last night when a burner Instagram account shared a grainy photo of a court document known as Exhibit D. The drama doesn't stop there. One admirer commented, "So Mama D was the mastermind behind the scam. This is not the plot twist I needed." The screenshot went viral in a matter of minutes and allegedly included a quotation from Mama D that read, "He was too weak to run life. We had to do what we had to do." It was posted at 2 a.m. Stevie J just became the most dangerous man on reality, and someone else wrote, "There will be consequences soon." Numerous blogs have already revealed that VH1 Legal is feverishly trying to ascertain the veracity of Stevie's assertions. In addition to having to broadcast entire seasons that are now suspected of being knowingly fake, the network might be subject to a class action lawsuit for negligence and defamation if they are. Furthermore, we haven't even covered the topics of identity theft, child support fraud, and an unnamed whistleblower who claims to have worked as a financial assistant for Scrappy's ins. Durs claimed that after interviewing the whistleblower, Stevie's legal team was given instructions to falsify his signature on several documents. Further, Lil Scrappy might not even be aware of the whole scope of what's going on. They also intend to provide further evidence, including a voice memo in which Mama D is heard saying, "He finds out, it's over for all of us." Like, what kind of mob movie is this? According to a purported internal court report, a second, even more heinous leak is likely to occur in Atlanta, involving a hidden bank account, international wire transfers, or even a secret property in Scrappy's name that he has never seen or lived in. If this is the case, then someone in that family is moving. Stevie J may be exposing the family, but he may also be protecting Scrappy by keeping things hidden from those closest to him. Serious money and using Scrappy like a human credit card. But this is only the beginning, because Bambi stopped talking completely after the leak happened. And there were no tweets, stories, or statements. When it seemed like things couldn't get any messier, court insiders say that Stevie J hinted that one more name would be revealed, a name that nobody saw coming. Mama D has been posting vague Bible quotes and sayings about loyalty over everything that sound more like warnings than wise sayings. He then turned over Exhibit F, a sealed envelope with the initials KF written in red marker on the front. The courtroom was placed under lockdown for days. Judges issued gag orders. Lawyers frantically worked. And the blogs went crazy. But who? Was KF? Some speculated that it might be a love and hip-hop producer who was trying to hide the mess, while others believed it was a secret relative. When the leak came, nobody anticipated it was Kendra Foster, Lil Scrappy's off-camera cousin, as previously only known for her quiet, "Let's go back a little." According to Stevie J's leak, Kendra was the real mastermind behind the paper trail. According to court documents during Scrappy's tour, she was operating a family-run shell corporation called Royal Legacy Consulting, which made over $320,000 in 2 years. Money that was transferred through phony invoices and speaking engagements with Scrappy as the main attraction. UKNDOU, the listed CFO, is. The betrayal was layered like a wedding cake, with fingerprints on each tier. Stevie J revealed in a deposition that he had been holding on to this information for years, but decided to drop it because he had grown tired of seeing fake love ruin real lives. To make matters worse, Mama D, the company's main bank account, was connected to an address registered to Stevie J's former studio. Yes, that's how deep this runs. They were using his connections to transfer money through Stevie's old property, all without his consent. It turns out that the back end was a full-fledged embezzlement ring run by the very people Lil Scrappy trusted the most. In a court filing, Kendra is heard saying that he is too busy to notice that all he cares about is his image. Let him rap and tour. We'll take care of the back end. Meanwhile, fans are going crazy dissecting timelines on Reddit. TikTok detectives are connecting court statements to blurry screenshots and old Instagram accounts. Even YouTube gossip channels are releasing 5-part exposes in an effort to piece together the extent of this family betrayal. And here's the sickest. It's not just messy, it's criminal. Where is Scrappy in all of this? According to one close source, he was totally unaware of the extent of the betrayal while watching a gossip live stream on his burner phone. The shell company filed 2 tax returns using Scrappy's social security number, which is not only shady, but a federal offense. The IRS is currently investigating, and the FBI's Financial Crimes Unit has allegedly asked for transcripts of the case. The only public activity from his circle since then has been Mad's cryptic Instagram captions, such as "Only the strong survive betrayal" and "Judy's 8. Remember that?" The source claims that Scrappy silently stared at the screen before throwing the phone across the room and leaving the studio without saying a word. Check Exhibit F, bro. They got your fam on wiretap. I didn't raise a puppet. I raised a monarch. But if Stevie's receipts are correct, it seems that Scrappy has been conned like a marionette by the individuals he thought were on his side. This is what fans truly want to know. Who is the real puppet here? Not to be overlooked is Bambi, who insiders claim is feeling the heat despite Stevie's lack of interest in her in Exhibit F. Do you recall that lavish summer vacation she took? Yes, the one with the fancy yachts, private chefs, and designer bags that she posted on Instagram. According to one of the court-filed invoices, the entire vacation was connected to a wellness program run by Royal Legacy Consulting. Stevie J is also not done. He claims that text messages between Kendra and a senior VH1 executive are included in Exhibit G, which will be presented at the upcoming hearing. The texts purport to explore how to use Scrappy's breakdown as a redemption storyline for the upcoming season of the program. Translation: who gave Stevie access to the memo, and did they intend to rob him blind and exploit his trauma for views? Jay, an unidentified production assistant, says he was fed up with seeing actual meanwhile in this strange tale. Stevie J has not only emerged as the whistleblower, but also as the unusual anti-hero. Because he shows up in fan edits as the unexpected hero who turned villain, and because he truly seems to be enjoying it, fans are calling him the Reality Reaper. In an unexpected Clubhouse meeting earlier this week, he reportedly stated, "I'm not the villain. I'm the one who finally pulled the mask off to let the people see what their so-called reality star is really about." And the fallout has already begun. VH1 is reportedly halting all ongoing filming with Scrappy Circle. Bambi's brand deals are being reevaluated, and producers of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta are racing to shoot a crisis special before the entire franchise burns to the ground. Could be because, according to court insiders, the judge is considering opening a wider fraud investigation that could implicate multiple cast members, not just Scrappy's family. Stevie's next round of evidence drops as he promised. We may see indictments, arrests, and possibly even jail time. According to sources, Stevie's legal team plans to drop exhibits G, H, and I, one of which allegedly contains a voice memo at the next hearing, which is scheduled for next Thursday. All of this is because of a single courtroom leak. But what about Scrappy, the man at the center of it all, who has reportedly been hiding in a private place in Buckhead for days, meeting with lawyers and watching old footage from previous seasons to try to figure out what was real and what was fake? According to recent court-related leaks, Stevie J's team allegedly gave a multi-hour audio tape to legal authorities and tabloid outlets alike, recordings that he claims show Lil Scrappy's family plotting to sabotage. So, this isn't just a scandal anymore, it's a franchise-ending bomb. And just when you thought it couldn't get any worse, Stevie J doubled down. Comes from a prominent VH1 executive admitting that they were aware of the fraud but didn't want to ruin the season. Whether or not the voices on that tape are those of Mama D is up for debate, but the internet doesn't wait for evidence. Before dawn, fan theories about whether or not Scrappy was set up to fail so his family could maintain control over his earnings were rife on Twitter, with hashtags like NoiMamaMess and Scrappy Setup trending. One anonymous post read, "Lil Scrappy was never the problem. His whole circle is a toxic mess." Bambi, who had mostly remained silent during this, posted a mystery blank screen to her Instagram account with the words, "I told y'all." Everyone was left wondering what exactly she meant, while Stevie J just took off the mask. Did she anticipate this? Or did she forewarn Scrappy in private, only to be driven away by his cunning family connections? What truly from a family feud into a full-fledged firestorm was what happened. Next, screenshots of Scrappy yelling about something were found in an alleged text message thread that was leaked from a close associate of Stevie J. You can't tell. Me, that's a coincidence. The timestamps correspond to the exact week that Scrappy appeared on that now famous Instagram Live, where he said, quote, "Sometimes the people closest to you have the biggest knives for your back." The worst part is that Scrappy erased all of his pictures with Mama D right after the live. Now, let's talk about the repercussions, because according to legally radioactive sources, this is not just messy, but is turning into a civil matter. Might already be underway. A tabloid leak alleges that Stevie J's legal team is looking into defamation allegations against Mama D and may be asking for a restraining order, alleging intimidation, slander, and public harassment. That's correct. The man who is implicated in every incident from Love and Hip Hop to Bad Boy is now acting like the victim in court. However, things get even stranger. A big streaming service is apparently pursuing Stevie J to do a documentary series, an entire show about the poisonous repercussions rift between celebrity families and reality TV, and guess who they supposedly want to highlight. The familial drama of Lil Scrappy, as Stevie J converts drama into cash, revealing Scrappy's inner circle one episode at a time. If that deal goes through, it won't just be a scandal, it will be a business decision. But let's take a time to look at Lil Scrappy once more, because he has been unusually silent throughout it all. Is that defeat or damage control? He hasn't responded with a rebuttal, clapback, or dirty posts, while some admirers think he's growing up and attempting to escape harmful patterns. Others think he's late Friday night, a grainy picture of what looks to be a court subpoena involving Mama D, Scrappy Bambi, and Stevie J was posted on Twitter by an anonymous account. Fans quickly analyzed the extremely protected paper like a CSI episode. A civil conspiracy to cause reputational harm appears to be mentioned in one line. Although that document's authenticity has not been verified by any official source who can tell what is authentic in this era of widespread leaks. But one thing is clear now, it's by no means over. Some insiders claim that Love and Hip Hop producers are desperately attempting to determine the reason behind the off-screen controversy, which has gotten so bad that it may potentially destroy the show for the next season. It's not just a reality TV mess, it's a full-scale industry upheaval. According to reports, sponsors are threatening to leave, and internal emails have emerged that hint at a potential recasting of important cast members, including Mama D. What comes next? Is Stevie J really going to sue Scrappy's family? The world is watching, and now that the truth is finally being revealed, the goal is vengeance rather than numbers. A mound of revealed secrets, courtroom rumors, and a family legacy are all hanging in the balance after Stevie J just dropped a bomb on Lil Scrappy's whole lineage. Will Bambi, however, finally come forward with her side of the tale with receipts, now that the tapes are public? Or will this whole thing be ignored like all previous scandals? Mastermind behind the biggest scandal in hip-hop and love history. Is Lil Scrappy indeed the victim in this situation? Or has he been involved in the mayhem from the beginning? Is Bambi being held accountable at last, or is she simply keeping quiet for the sake of her family's disintegration? This story is far from over, so please feel free to leave your ideas in the comments section. You never know, your viewpoint might even be included in our next expos. Congratulations for enduring the craziness. If you have made it this far, you should click like if you're as surprised as we are. We in a world full of cover-ups, where the drama is always genuine. This was Veb. Be woke, be inquisitive, and keep watching even if the news isn't. Before it reaches the blogs, get actual. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss any messy moments.